Hey everybody, this is the Two Girls Talking podcast, and we want to talk about Miley Cyrus. Alright, so Miley was performing at the MTV VMAs, and everybody is going really crazy about it.
I think the
So,
reaction is like really disproportionate.
yeah, I don't think I don't think it was so much that she was like twerking and the whole weird tongue thing. I think it was that combined with the fact that the performance was just bad.
And the costumes and stuff was weird too.
Yeah, it was like a weird like Japanese slash like Beyonce and leotard and like all on like psychedelic drugs or something.
I think
Like
it's like she's trying to be like Lady Gaga.
yeah, I guess, but like I don't but not really because like Lady Gaga's everything was obviously like just as crazy, but it was also more thought out.
Yeah. I think she's just like, this is just, her wild child days.
Yeah, I think she gets a pass because she's not really acting out in public. It's just like a performance.
Yeah, like if it would be different if her like personal life was all crazy like that too, but
Yeah, although like I do feel bad for like her parents having to defend it.
I feel it's sad that they have to like they feel like they have to defend it. I mean, she's 20 and she's an adult, like, and she has her own career. Like, let her do it herself.
Yeah, I guess, but like your parents are like gonna be your parents even when you're 40.
You know what I thought was really weird? It was like, okay, not her parents, but like, what was the other guy who was performing with her? I don't even know his name.
Robin Thicke.
Yeah, like his mom or whatever was commenting on what she was doing, and I was like, why don't you comment on what your son was doing too? Like he was the one who was like rubbing his dick up against her ass.
I
Am
guess
I allowed? Am I allowed to say that?
like it's the internet, you're fine. But
Okay.
like I don't think he was I think it was kind of like he was there, and then she started doing it, and then he was just like, okay, I better go with this. Like, it would have been more of a dick move to, like, be like, oh, get away from me. Like,
That's true. It is a performance.
yeah, it's a performance, and, like, it would be, like, so embarrassing for her if, like, on stage he was just like, whoa, what's happening? So I think he handled it as well as he could. And like for his whole like his mom thing, that I agree that was weird, but like they had like that news crew like people like reporters next to her like watching her watch it or something. And I don't even know why they were doing that in the first place. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, news media these days are so desperate for anything. Like,
I do think like Miley like she's gonna be embarrassed about this later.
yeah, but everybody looks back like when they're in their late teenagers and early 20s and they think, God, what the heck was that?
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like Christina Aguilera's dirty phase.
Oh my God, you're right.
And then she went like, "Oh, what am I doing?" And she went back to like 50s pinup
Yeah,
girl.
she went in like a total retro direction.
Yeah, cuz she was like she probably like watched it and was like, "Oh my god." But like you get a pass. Like she's so young. Like
Yeah. And like everybody's watching all the time, so what can you do?
yeah, it's not I don't think it's equivalent to Justin Bieber. Like
See, he's different because his life is like that.
yeah, I don't know like why he's been acting out in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, no, actually, I guess I can understand it because he's kind of like under a microscope. So
You know,
yeah,
a lot of people his age are, and I guess I don't blame him for feeling like constricted and wanting to act out, but
I mean,
I don't know.
I can see like that it's kind of normal behavior for like boys his age, but that doesn't mean he's not acting douchey because there were boys that age when we were that age and we thought they were douches.
That's true. I guess it's like, people that age, they'll act like douches and we get to call them on it.
Yeah, like they act like it, but that doesn't mean like all boys that age act that way either.
Yeah.
Like it's not even most of them, it's some of them.
Some of them, yeah.
So I guess he falls into that some category.
I guess. I think I just judge him more harshly because, like, his pants are ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't get the drop crotch pants.
Yeah. I mean, he looks like a penguin. His pants look like, you know, in Mary Poppins, like, that scene where the chimney sweep guy, like, pulls down his pants to dance with the penguins? That's what he looks like.
Did you see that, like, other story they had about him and how, like the girls were, like, they throw, like, their phones at him on stage so that he can take, so that he can take, like, a picture of himself, send it back.
Oh my god.
And, like, he got really tired of it, so he, like, I think it's the story, I think, like, he grabbed it and he put it, like, in his waistband to, like, keep it, but then, like, it dropped into his pants. And then he had to, like, jam his whole arm in there to, like, fish it out. And then people are, like, letting us the whole story about, like, oh my god, he took someone's phone and rubbed it all over his balls. Like, oh my god, I don't think that's what happened. Like, I don't think that's what he's trying to do. But, like, he's, like, built an image now that he can't catch a break, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and plus that whole,
hilarious.
like, weird Anne Frank comment.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. What happened?
That was, like, a while ago, like, where he was saying, he went to the Anne Frank house. And afterwards, he wrote, like, I'm thinking there's, like, a signing guesting or something, if I'm not mistaken. And, like, he wrote in there, like, if Anne Frank was alive today, I think she'd be a believer.
Oh my god.
And, like, everybody was just, like, heads exploding everywhere.
Oh my god.
But then I was thinking about it, and I was like, it's super insensitive and just such a embarrassing as an American, kind of, but, like, at the same time, I was thinking, like, yeah, Anne Frank would be in his demographic.
She would, it's true, but, like, I mean, and, you know, if you read her, like, diaries or whatever, she was pretty much, like, a normal girl, so she probably would be, but oh my god, saying it out loud like that makes you look like such an egotistical douche.
Well, because Anne Frank today, like, obviously she wouldn't be that Anne Frank because she wouldn't be persecuted for being Jewish.
Right.
You know, so, I mean, like, the whole point is moot because it wouldn't matter because you wouldn't even know who she was if she was alive today. I don't know.
Yeah. This is a ridiculous comment to make, though.
Well, that's why it's everything combined together. And then the whole spitting thing, where, like, he was on the balcony and there was, like, fans down and he spit. And people were saying he was spitting on the fans. But then some people were saying, no, he was spitting where the fans weren't. But it was just...
What?
Yeah. And then some people were tweeting, like, oh, I was a believer, but not anymore after he spit on us and this and that. And, like, I don't know what to believe anymore. Like, now I'm feeling like people are fabricating stories too, you know?
But, like, the whole spitting thing, I guess, you know, even if he wasn't actually trying to spit on them, then maybe he should have spat on the balcony instead of, like, over the balcony.
I know, but, like, boys do this. Like, they spit everywhere. And it's so gross. And, like, they at some point, like, they grow out of it and they realize, like, people think it's gross. Like, girls think it's gross, but he's at that age.
Yeah.
He's at that douche age.
A douche age.
I mean, it's his personality. It's not like Amanda Bynes. Like, Amanda Bynes is sad. Like,
yeah, she's, like, going through something.
That's really, like, well, people are saying it might be, like, schizophrenia or something. And, like,
I don't want to make, like, you know, armchair diagnosis or whatever, because who knows what's going on with her, but...
Yeah, I don't know what, but there's speculation that it might be that.
But, like, yeah, I think there's a difference.
Difference in what?
like in her behavior and like Justin Bieber's behavior.
Yeah, no, totally. Like hers is actually like she's had some kind of break with reality.
Yeah,
And
hers is like very troubling to look at.
yeah. And for a long time there, people were saying, "Oh, it's a publicity stunt," or like, she's just faking it, she's just playing with us. And like I just, so then really something is wrong because people never saw her that way before.
Yeah.
So like something was obvious. It was just like Britney Spears, like not just like it, but it was similar in a lot of ways.
Yeah, yeah.
Although now, like Britney Spears, like
she's doing pretty good.
She's doing fine, but I don't know if she's really doing fine or if they just keep her away from all the cameras and microphones.
I mean, if that helps her feel better, then like they should continue to do that.
I don't know. I was watching that sneak peek of like that talk show, The Real, and there was that, I don't remember that girl, Adrienne, that girl from the Cheetah Girls. I don't know. What show was Britney Spears on that was judging like people?
American Idol.
I don't know if that's where she worked with her, but she was talking about how like Britney Spears like literally couldn't hold a conversation. Like,
really?
Yeah, and that like on that show the whole time people were feeding stuff to her, like in her ear.
Oh my gosh, that's so weird.
Yeah, see, like I didn't even think about that before, but like now after I heard that, then I was like, oh my god, maybe like Britney isn't really better, but
maybe her publicity is just making like a good show.
Yeah, this have like a really tight hold on her.
Oh my god, that would be so disturbing.
Like, I don't know, maybe of just nerves. That's possible too. Like maybe she's just really nervous and like people have been like so horrible to her in the media before that she would just got really nervous and like couldn't talk or something. I don't know. Anything is possible, but like
yeah.
I want to give her the benefit of the doubt, you know?
Well, because like it would be really horrible if it were true.
Yeah, I don't want that to be true. Like,
yeah.
Geez, like this, like it really messes some people up.
It does, especially if they're young when they get famous.
Yeah. If they're young. And then this is also one of the reasons why I'm like afraid to do any kind of drugs, because some of them can like induce
Paranoia.
stuff like schizophrenia. Like there's like hallucinogenics, I think, like if you take them and you're already predisposed to something like schizophrenia, it can bring it on.
Oh really?
Yeah. So yeah, so that's like one of the reasons like people say, oh, I'm not against people trying stuff if they want to try it, whatever, like it's fine. And I think all like drugs should be, legal. Like if you want to try it, it's your body.
Yeah.
But like this is like one of those things that people don't think about as a possible consequence.
That's true.
Yeah. So that's what really scares me away from drugs. Like they should talk about that more. I don't know. All right, I think we've like. Oh wait, and NSYNC.
Oh, NSYNC, yes. My cold, dead heart almost came alive.
I was really not a big NSYNC fan, and like it was a little bit uncomfortable for me to watch because really it was.
What's so uncomfortable about these like almost 40-year-old men acting like they're still in their 20s?
Like it
was living their glory days.
It was uncomfortable, not just because it was uncomfortable because of the power dynamic shift and how like Justin is obviously the star of it, and he was it kind of came off as like, all right, like I'll do this for you guys.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not sure if that's what he felt like I don't know what he was actually feeling. It was just how I perceived it in that moment.
Like throwing them a bone kind of thing.
Yeah, and on top of that, like the whole like they're way older but they like.
Honestly, like I would judge them so harshly